All right. I think we are starting here. 1 minute warm-up. And it looks like Granady has picked Slalom as the first map here. So Granady, the wheel Giga Chad, with his first map pick on Slalom. Like I said earlier, we are playing for 140 points, which could mean, if the match prolongs a lot here, that we will see Slalom again. With 5 maps being played, the odds are very high that the first finalist or maybe second finalist will close out the match back on the first map. So let's just keep an eye on how Granady is performing on this map, because that could give us an insight of him possibly closing it out on Slalom if the match goes long. Now, an interesting fact with Granady, since he is a wheel player, he is switching to keyboard on this ice identity. Most of the ice slides that you will see Granady do in this game, he plays on keyboard. So he is a multi-device user. Goes from wheel to keyboard and then back to wheel for the end. And we are now live, ladies and gentlemen. Granady, Miquatro, Link, Carl, Senior, now off the races with round number 1. We are probably going to see very close rounds compared to what we saw yesterday. Granady taking an early lead on his map choice. There is definitely some slight lag. I think this is just known from the servers. I remember Virtual and Co also lagging while they are spectating these matches. But we do have Granady with 2:10s ahead already, going on to the second slalom part. Link with great speed, moving next to Granady, but then gets a lot of airtime. And Link will lose out a lot of speed from this bad slalom. Granady and Miquatro going next to each other into the identity. Different approaches here. All 3 players are doing different lines on the identity, but it is Granady who gets the most exit speed out of the identity and will get the first 10-pointer here. Miquatro in second place, Link in third, and SuperCarlouf will close out in last place here. Granady 103.75, really good time. Yesterday we saw a couple drivers do 0.6s, so you know, doing a 0.7 time is really really good. Round 2 here. Let's have a look at Carlouf, who had a very bad start. Very unfortunate mistake early on. And right now, he finds himself already behind just by driving a different line in the start. I mean, it is only 1/10 of a second, so it's not a whole lot, but you do not want to be behind already after the first turn. That is bad for your mental. However, he is now in third place, battling it out here. Really close. It's looking like it's going to be decided here in the first slalom. Link had a really good one previous round, but right now doesn't get the greatest one. SuperCarlouf also very shaky in the slalom uphill. And here we go then into the identity. Granady leads the way. Let's have a look at Granady's line here, because he goes a little bit more to the middle. And we see Miquatro with a very tight approach, but can he keep it together here? Granady with more speed in the slope could actually snipe Miquatro right in front of the finish line, and he does do so. Great ending by Granady. Different lines gives different exit speeds, and Granady gets another 10-pointer here added to his score. Looking very, very solid on his map choice. The others really need to step it up now. Miquatro definitely challenging Granady the most here. But it's not over and out. We've only played 2 rounds so far. A lot can happen in the next rounds, even the next maps here. Granady, however, again with a good start, and Carlouf seems to have this pattern where he is driving too safe early on, finding himself very far behind. And it's basically an uphill battle for Carlouf in these first 3 rounds right now. Setting himself far back in the start, chasing the leaders right now. Granady, great first zigzag on that dirt section. Link and Miquatro trying to attack here, but it's not looking like they can get closer to Granady, who has just perfected this. Granady losing quite a lot of momentum there. Miquatro now on the back of his car. Going for that different approach here. Miquatro very tight. Can he keep it together? Great exit here for Granady once again. Tapping with the keyboard. Can he get the jump correct? It is gonna be super close, but Miquatro finally gets a 10-pointer here. Deserved win there for Miquatro. 103.8. Granady in second place. It was really close, but it's cool to see that these drivers have some different lines as well in the ending. We have to pay attention to Link in this next round here. Let's see what he is doing early on and also in the identity, because he is losing quite a lot throughout the ending part of this map. Granady and Miquatro, definitely my picks for this match. And they are also performing the greatest in these very first 3 rounds on Slalom. Miquatro with a good start. Carl is also in the mix, but Miquatro, wow. Fantastic grass section by Miquatro. And now it is all up to Link and Granady to attack him in this next chicane. Link goes very close to the walls, gets a lot of speed in this uphill, is actually getting closer and closer to Miquatro. The ending is most likely going to decide everything here. Miquatro once again with a lot of speed on this grass section right before the identity. And we do know that Miquatro goes very tight. We have Link going ultra wide, hitting the flag on the outside. Miquatro also stumbling a lot. And it is Granady who was in third place, getting first here just by driving a clean identity. Also, Carl getting 6 points here is really good for him. Will move in front of Link on the scoreboard. But great performance by Granady. Definitely a solid first map pick for him. And we will have the next track coming up. This map is chosen by Miquatro. So let's have a look what Miquatro has picked. He has chosen hard. So we will have Miquatro's pick here. Should have a short warm-up before we get into the race here. Granady sitting on 36 points. Great performance there. 3 wins, 1 time second. Miquatro 26. SuperCarlouf with 16 points. And Link with 14 points. They really need to step it up already from here on out. Because if Miquatro and Granady just keep this going, it's going to be a quick match. Here we go then. On hard, Granady taking a nice slide there. We saw Miquatro, the tech player, actually failing the drift, the very first drift. This sets him back about 4/10. Excuse me, it is almost a second behind. And in TrackMania terms, that is pretty much impossible to catch up. We also have SuperCarlouf hitting the wall on the outside with the dirt. So this is really just a one-way battle right now between Granady and Link. Link not even that close to Granady at all. Could be very, very good opportunity for Granady to extend his lead even further. But Link being in second place is fantastic for his scoring. Into the water we go. Link with a lot of speed goes very inside. Oh, he touches the outside actually. Can he have enough speed for this jump here? No, he doesn't. Has to go for the respawn, and that is a clear victory for Granady. Early lead. Takes it all the way to the finish line as well. And that is going to be a good time. 103.75 here. And a lot of mistakes. Link is still struggling with the ending. Is actually going to clock in the last position here. Can he even make it to the finish line? It is. Clock is ticking. Barely making it. But Granady here really setting the tone in this match right now. 46 points for Granady. He is already extending his lead by a lot. Let's have a look at Link then, who was doing a good round all the way up until the ending basically. Tried to catch up to Granady on the water section, but collides with the wall and ruining his complete pace there. We have a very close pack here. Granady leading, but Miquatro is right behind him. Everyone actually with 1/10 within each other. Link going for a very tight approach here. Will lose a lot because you have this uphill and he makes a mistake. Link not looking like he is in the match here. Probably lacking a little bit of focus It is, however, SuperCarlouf here in first place, together with Miquatro going into the water. Miquatro going very wide, and he's actually touching the outside as well. Can Miquatro and Granady make the jumps here? In the ending, you do see SuperCarlouf all the way in first place. That should be an easy 10 points for Carlouf, and it looks like he will get it. Granady even getting second is huge for him, even after a sloppy round. It is Carlouf who will extend his lead and creep up just a little bit closer to Miquatro, who made that mistake in the water section. With cup mode, it is very important to get first and second place, because if you only get third and last positions, you're going to be point starved all the way through. And me, as a player who has driven cup mode for many, many years, I am the king of being point starved in cup mode matches. Granady, not with the fastest start here. We have some cinematic here, powered by Kineko, ladies and gentlemen. Yep. Beautiful. All right. Link still holding first place.
Did you drive any slower?
But the other players are creeping up closer. It is all within a tenth of a second. Very important to get that downhill with four-wheel traction. Everyone making it, and this is going to be exciting all the way till the finish line. Who is going to risk the most in these jumps? Granady takes the lead. We have Miquatro making a mistake on the very first jump. Granady still first. Can he clear it all the way through? And he does. What a magnificent ending by Granady here. 103.83 by Granady. It is looking like Granady is taking this match in his own hands. 62 points already, almost halfway through. We are playing for 140 point limit. Granady really looking focused, ready, and he is driving the good times, not making many mistakes. This is indeed Miquatro's map pick, ladies and gentlemen. He has not been performing as well as I would have been expecting him to on his pick, but right now he is in first place. He is looking to turn the tides with this round. Nice wide approach, gets a lot of speed. Can he make the jump though? Yes, he can. Let's go on board with Granady, who is right now in fourth place. We have seen quite some mistakes happening in this water section. People going too much on the outside. Granady with a lot of speed. He is actually catching up. We do see a mistake on the inside there. It is Link who collides with the wall. Granady all the way from last place. We have... oh, huge mistakes. Granady actually able to make the jump still, but does he have enough speed for this last one? Yes, of course he has. But right behind him is Link, who is actually not able to pass him. We have the same time here, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know what the 1000 is, but Miquatro getting the 10 points. Granady and Link both having the same time. That is actually quite insane. All right. Here we go. Granady almost with the nice number. 68 points for Granady. That is a lot. But I'll be honest, guys. It looks like the battle for second place is heating up. Miquatro, 49 points. SuperCarlouf, 39 points. And we have Link with 28 points. This is map 3. And this is Link's map choice. And as you can see, there is a reason why Link has picked this map, guys. We are on bolt holes. Fantastic technical track all the way through, but the ending, the identity, can be quite challenging for these players. It's a very precise identity with 3 consecutive jumps, and we'll have to see how Link is going to complete them. Every single player here within 0.2 of one another. Link is just extending his lead every single turn, however. Can he keep it through? Miquatro making a mistake there. Finds himself colliding with the wall, and that is not good for his points. That means that SuperCarlouf can actually catch up to him for that second position. Now, you might just think Link is absolutely just gonna win this round right now. 0.2 ahead. Man, what can go wrong? However, the ending is still to come. Here we go. The first jump. We have Granady swinging. Granady swinging. And this is it, ladies and gentlemen. Link is opting for a safe approach. And Granady is risking it for the biscuits. And he actually gets the 10-pointers just because he swung it. Swing, swang. The ending. Even Carl, who was in third place, beats Link because Link is too careful in the ending. Link with a very safe approach in the ending. And that is it, guys. The identity here is brutal. You can be 0.2, 0.3 ahead. But if you then decide to go for a safe approach and you have a player like Granady who is swinging from right to left, gathering all that speed, he's just going to pass you. And that is the most critical part of this map, the identity. Very unfortunate stuff for Link here. Definitely could have had the 10 points there, but hey, it is what it is. Granady with that precision, with the wheel, getting those 10 points. We have Carl with the Tony Hawk wheelie there. Will lose out on a lot of momentum. This round, however, Link not in the position he was last time. Right now, he is in third place. So maybe he's going to pull the same trickster that Granady did on him in the first round. Let's stay on board with Link here, because I do have a... Oh! He is not going to pull any strings here. Link colliding with a little pillar on the inside there. And he finds himself in last place right now. Is Granady going to do the swing again? Or is Miquatro going to do the swing? Let's have a look. Oh, it is Granady with the save start and Miquatro with the swing. Look at the speed that Miquatro is getting. And that is a very, very big brain strategy here for Miquatro. Not getting 6 points. No, no, no. He goes for the risk. And he actually gets the 10 points here. Because Granady thought that he was going to be able to save it here. But it is the risk takers that are, benefiting the most from this. Granady can still be very happy with 6 points. He is now sitting on 84 points in total, guys. He is almost at the triple-digit mark already. We have not seen a lot from SuperCarlouf here. He is currently in third place, though, because Link has been struggling a lot. Great round right now. Let's have a look at the camera from our lovely sponsor, Kineko. There you go. Proud that they can give us these great, beautiful cinematics here. Miquatro in first place, going up the reactor. Wow, look at that, ladies and gentlemen. Miquatro still holding first. Carl in last place. Let's go back to Carl here, who is now in an uphill battle. And if you are in a position like Carl, you really need to think, well, is there anything to lose in this round? Well, honestly, there isn't. So he should be able to just full send, swing that identity, and just hope that the others are making mistakes. This is a gorgeous round so far, but we do have the triple jumps in the end still coming up. Is there anyone going for it? Oh, we have two drivers, and we do see Carl trying his best to do the crazy swing. It is also a close battle between Granady and Miquatro. Miquatro not with the greatest landing, and Miquatro is still gonna have it, ladies and gentlemen. 0.003 of a second is the difference between these two players. Miquatro clinging on to that first place there. 1:18.22, and 0.003 behind is Granady. But there you can see Carl, because he was aware that he was so far behind, the only reason or the only opportunity that he had to get more points than he was already getting is to risk the ending. So it was a good choice. Unfortunately, he collided with the first jump and he was still in last place. But here we go then. Granady with a beautiful start. He actually can go up to 100 points already, ladies and gentlemen. Carl not with the greatest start. Again, goes for the very inside line. Gets much more airtime compared to these other guys. And you can see the difference between the lines here. Much more optimized lines from Granady, Link, and Miquatro. So Carl is once again in that same situation as last round, where he just has to risk the ending. Granady looking solid. Link again touching a pylon on the inside there. Link is really not having a good time on this map in particular. This is the second time he goes too inside and hitting something. I would expect Granady going for it. Oh, he's actually going for the swing. And they both got it. But man, what a risk taker Granady is. He is in his element, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that. That is a driver that is confident. That is a driver that has practiced. That is a driver who knows how to do this identity. And there you go. Granady, 100 points right now. He is 30 points ahead of the opponents. And man, oh man. We will go to map number 4 here, which is picked by SuperCarlouf. So, will we see SuperCarlouf making a huge comeback here and potentially battle for that second position? That is what we are waiting for. We do have Quicksand. Quicksand here. One of the maps
all you got.
that had some changes. Now, all of these maps, for people that are wondering, are taking place in a city. As you can see outside, this is going to be a trick question. But which city is this map taking place in? All right. Seems like people are guessing correct. We do have, however, the first round starting, ladies and gentlemen. Miquatro with a huge mistake early on. Link as well with a mistake. Link is really not into this match, guys. He is just losing it, making mistakes left, right, and center. And the ones that are profiting of this are the consistent fast drivers. And it is Granady on his way with the bobsleigh. That rhymes pretty nicely. Man, he should be aware, 0.6 ahead already, that he can take this round very slow. And one thing that you should remember is that these players do keep track of how far ahead they are, if they need to risk, if they can save. And we most likely will see Granady take a much safer approach in this identity section. So the identity, a no-braking identity here with red boosters. The way you slow down is to go through the sand, basically, because you cannot brake with the brake button. You basically have to full speed. You can release, but if you release and you go over the sand here, you slow down double the amount. So there's a very fine line between taking enough sand to slow down and sending it to not collide with the wall. But Granady absolutely driving a phenomenal match here. Hasn't made a lot of mistakes. Maybe 1 or 2 mistakes that I can recall. But 110 points on the scoreboard right now. We do have again a mistake by Miquatro. What is he doing? There's not even a bush, ladies and gentlemen. On the old original map, there was a bush in the start. We saw a lot of people crashing in this. On this map, they called a level 99 woodcutter. And they just chopped down the bush. And still, Miquatro is making mistakes here. Very unfortunate stuff. Granady once again. Oh, he had to release a lot. So Link is catching up closer. But Granady holds his lead. We do see some different lines here on the ice wall, guys. Who gets most amount of exit speed here? It is Granady who stays ahead. Is he going for the ramp cut? Granady goes for a, well, half ramp cut there. But he does know that Link is close, lurking in the shadows. Granady cannot afford to drive very slow here. And what a phenomenal ending by Granady. Again, Link is creeping up just ever so slightly, but it's not enough. 108.32 by Granady. That is a beautiful time. And he is just steamrolling ahead, guys. Granady, if you ever doubted the man, well, do not doubt Granady, because he is just on another level. He can put himself in finalist mode if he wins the next 2 rounds. So let's go on board with Miquatro, because Miquatro has been making mistakes every single time in the start. Now is in the mix. The next difficult turn is going to be this freewheel dirt turn. Players do want to push the outside, and Miquatro makes the mistake in the entry. Granady, however, what a fast start again, finding himself in first place. Last round, he had a much better bobsleigh where he needed to release as well. Link is in the mix. Granady almost hitting the spoiler of the checkpoint here. Link taking a nice lead right now, but Granady's ending is very, very well optimized. As you can see here already, getting back in the battle right next to each other. Granady going for the ramp cut, gets that early grip, and that's exactly how he stays ahead of his opponents. Oh, a little bit too wide on the entry, but can he nail the angle here? Granady with a much better line through the last left-hander, and there you have it. That is when you know that Granady has practiced the end. He knows that he can risk it a little bit more. Link tried to go for that sneaky inside line, but while doing so, he lost a lot of momentum. And that is not the line that you want. Granady, one finish away from getting finalist mode right now. Let's see if he can do it. Everyone once again in the mix. Miquatro goes very close to the wall. That is exactly how you want to do it. But the smooth and gentle steering by Granady actually makes it so that he is in first place. Going into the bobsleigh, we have 3 players right next to one another. Let's go with Carl's POV for this jump as we are approaching the ice wall. And we do have different approaches for this ice wall by the players. Okay, so looks like Miquatro and Granady, quite a similar strategy. Miquatro now taking the lead, but we do know that Granady does this small ramp cut. Is it going to be enough? Granady actually lands it very smooth. Let's go in front here and pay attention to this battle, because Granady has that beautiful entry in this booster. Can he catch up to Miquatro? It doesn't look like, and it is going to be Miquatro who finally tames the beast there. That was unleashed about 3 maps ago, and Miquatro securing his own 10 points right now. So we do have Granady being denied the finalist status, but he can close it out on this next map. And the next map is going to be the random decider. And we have Tiny Gap. We do have Tiny Gap. A very, very, very specific and crazy map right here. As we have the warm-up going on, Granady 136 points, Miquatro 97 points, SuperCarlouf 74 points, and last but not least, we have Link with 61 points. Is Link gonna be able to dominate this round? As we have an early mistake here, it is Link who is actually... Tiny Gap is the only true map that comes close to being an RPG, and it looks like Link has found a different RPG line on this map. It is Granady taking the lead, already 2/10 ahead of all the opponents. And you got to remember, we are playing for 140 points. Granady is sitting on 136. He needs to get at least 3rd place to enable finalist status. And he is on his way to absolutely get finalist status this round. Oh, Miquatro with a clip here. And this should be a clear victory. We have SuperCarlouf also far behind. Granady only has the ending, which can be very difficult. But it looks like Granady knows how to do it. He is 1 second ahead. Ladies and gentlemen, Granady has reached finalist status. Sorry for the lag. Will Granady
Keep your cool.
keep his cool and actually finish it right here? Let's stay on board with Granady. Here we go. In the start, you have the nose slide. Look at Granady snapping out of that slide instantly into a smooth steer. It's very difficult to do, but he is a wheel gamer, so he can steer very smoothly. Granady avoiding the walls, getting an early landing here. Beautiful, keeping as much exit speed as possible. And when we go back to Miquatro's POV, you can see the gap that Granady is just generating with these better lines. Already 1500s, coming up to the quarter pipe jump here. Granady going for a very low jump. He does clip, however, and Miquatro now takes over the lead, but we do still have the ending. That is going to be very, very challenging as Granady goes for a little bit too much airtime there. Miquatro now extends his lead just ever so slightly. We also have Link joining the battle, but is Miquatro able to do the ending, or is Granady going to overtake him? It is looking like Granady has a terrible ending. Link also zooming by here. It is going to be Granady getting denied in his first attempt. And what you have to remember, guys, if you are not familiar with cup mode, Granady is not getting any points anymore. He has reached the point limit. He is in finalist mode, and this is a great opportunity for the other drivers to catch up to him. So Miquatro can still win this match if Granady just keeps choking and choking and choking his finalist attempts. But here we go. Granady with a fantastic start once again. Look at that. The smooth steer, the better lines, and it just means that Granady takes an early advantage. Miquatro is challenging Granady, however. So once you reach finalist mode as a player, you will get this, you know, the nerves. You will start to feel a little bit of nerves coming in because you have to win first place. You have to get first in order to close out the match. So Granady has to keep us cool, has to stay focused, and it is looking like he is on the way to Paris. Ladies and gentlemen, what a great map to end it on as well, as Tiny Gap is a very challenging map. He is approaching the ending. The final jump is going to decide everything. Who has the best approach? It is going to be Granady, very low jumping, and it looks like Granady has qualified himself. Ladies and gentlemen, 105.87 by Granady, and he qualifies himself together with the other 8 players in the grand finals, or well, the playoffs rather, in Paris. Well, it looked kind of easy, I will admit that, yes, as Granady was almost 30 points ahead of the opponents, but we have not finished yet. We are playing for top 2. It is going to be Link, Carlouf, and Miquatro battling it out for that second position. You might say, well, Miquatro is so far ahead already, he can just win it here. It is finalist mode. Anything can happen. Even Link, who might have had a rough start, can still win it here, guys. Mistake from Miquatro, putting himself in last place right now. Carl really wants those 10 points. It is Link who has trouble crossing the bridge here, and this should be an easy 10 points for Carlouf, who hasn't had many of them. Arguably, did he even have one single 10-pointer this whole match so far? It could be that this is his first one, and he desperately needs that because he is now also almost into the triple digits. There we go. Miquatro, 123 points. He needs 17 more points to reach that finalist status. However, we have now played all 5 maps, guys. And if you guys remember, Granady picked this map. We started on Slalom, and now we are back on Slalom. Who was the second best player on Slalom? It was Miquatro. Miquatro is also the closest to being finalist, so we could see the match end on this map. Short warm-up for the players. Link was not driving well on this map at all. So I'm expecting a little bit better performance by Link here. But we'll see what happens. Here we go. Live. Back on Slalom we go. Very close package here. I do remember SuperCarlouf not having the greatest starts, but right now he is currently in first place. He is hungry. SuperCarlouf, for the people that don't know him, one of the longest competitive players in TrackMania. Started off in about 2004 with TrackMania ESWC, winning a World Cup here and there, winning a lot of French tournaments, and now he is still playing almost 15 years later, trying to qualify himself for the World Cup once again. We do have Link in first place, but Link doesn't get a proper end here. However, everyone is actually choking left, right, and center. This should be a 10-pointer for Link. As you can see, 10 points for Link. So it is not over until this match says we have a second winner. Link is hungry. He is a warrior. He wants to fight back for second place here. Miquatro, 127 points. Needs at least 2 more rounds to get finalist. SuperCarlouf back in his natural habitat with the slightly slower starts here. Having to do that uphill battle again. But we have seen quite a lot of mistakes in the ending, previous round. Miquatro still in the lead. Link did have really good uphills here. And as you can see, Link is pushing it, really creeping up closer. But then his entry in the left-hander is a little bit off. And Miquatro now should have a clear path to the 10 points. But the identity is dangerous. The identity is very scary. And the identity is really scary for Link, who slides out, is unable to keep the grip in his car. It is going to be Miquatro getting first place, SuperCarlouf getting second place. And you can see here, if SuperCarlouf is able to clean up his start, he is definitely contending for 10 pointers. But every single start that he does, he is always just a little bit behind here. Miquatro just needs to finish now to reach 140 points, which is a great feeling to have. Miquatro leading the race here as well. He will, if he gets finalist here, have plenty of quote-unquote free finalist attempts, as we call them in TrackMania. He is so far ahead that he has 4 opportunities to close out the match. Right now, looking very strong. So in this case, Miquatro, since he only needs 3 points, he doesn't just want to get last here. He wants to deny the extra 7 that are up for grabs here. And he is currently holding first place. Very, very solid. Link going for that wide approach. SuperCarlouf coming close as well. But both Link and SuperCarlouf sliding out. And Miquatro, ladies and gentlemen, has gotten himself to finalist mode. And this could be a very, very big moment for Miquatro's gaming career going to the World Cup. We have 1 spot left and 1 round remaining on Slalom before we go to his pick, which was hard. All eyes on Miquatro. It is, however, Link, who is now starting his V36 engine, and he is in the lead. But a poor line here on the grass makes it so that Miquatro catches up completely. Next to one another, they go into the first or second slalom, the dirt ones with the flags. Link with a great middle section there. stays ahead, but Link has had some troubles in the identity. And perhaps Miquatro can take profit of that. Miquatro with a beautiful inside line. Miquatro on his way to Paris as well. Goes for that inside line there. He is not sliding out. It is, however, SuperCarlouf who is challenging Miquatro, but it's all going to be in the ending. Who's going to take it? Miquatro with more speed, or is it going to be Carlouf? No! It is Miquatro who qualifies himself for the playoffs in Paris. Ladies and gentlemen, it is going to be Granady winning it in a very convincing manner. And Miquatro also well-deserved getting the second place. Of course, you gotta feel bad for Link and SuperCarlouf here, who tried to battle it out. Unfortunately, both of them making too many mistakes. And that is that. We will now have the first two players being qualified here. And we will have another 3 matches